Yes. 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 Yes.
Conor doesn't need to fight. He has everything. I respect the fact that he's coming back to fight so much because it shows that he's a fighter in his heart. You know, me, I got to a certain level and I decided to walk away. You know, Conor, he's back. It shows that he's still that fighter despite having so much success. I'm rooting for him. Proud of Conor. I'm a massive fan. I think I will be for the rest of my life. You know, he has had a lot of struggles, ups and downs, just like I have, but he always gets back on his feet, which is a huge example of so many out there.
I don't know where Conor's training. I know that the media says he's training in Ireland. But I know when I turn my television on, Jimmy Fallon's couch isn't in Ireland. I know that the media says that Conor is training back home in Dublin. But I know when I see Conor interviewing with Ariel that that's done in New York. And I know that Conor isn't bouncing back and forth from LA to Dublin, from New York to Dublin. I just know that he's not doing that. That means he's stationed somewhere here, stateside, somewhere in America. Great. Where? And moreover, how do I not know where? The community is very small. And if Conor McGregor walked into your gym, someone's going to be pulling out an iPhone. Somebody's going to want a selfie. Somebody's going to want a video. Some training partner is going to want a little bit of rub on social media, get a sweaty picture of him and Conor. Whatever coach is holding mitts, for example, is going to want a little bit of rub on social media, and they're going to have somebody take a photo and or film a few seconds that they can post on their social media. I don't know who those coaches are. I don't know who those workout partners are, and I don't know what gym this is taking place at. That's on you,
Morgan.
This was the perfect matchup to bring him back, right? I mean, this was the one to do it, right? You've got history, which makes it more fun, but you've got that stylistic matchup. So I think the UFC matchmakers, the brass, they did a great job of picking the return opponent. Now, to where you started, is he going to be a shell of himself? Man, listen, bottom line is that many years away, that many years of, hey, by the way, you already won the game. And yeah, you're working out, but are you really, I mean, not only are you sleeping in silk sheets, like they're bringing new silk sheets for you every day. You're throwing away those silk sheets and they bring the new. You know what I mean? Like, this man reached a level of fame and wealth and magnitude, just unbelievable, right? So everything that I know about the fight game tells me that what Conor McGregor is trying to do is damn near impossible. To turn back the clock, to compete at that level again, you just don't do it. That said, you do have to at least throw out the caveat that Conor McGregor is something unique and special and different that performs and shows up in these moments like no.
Only just 2 weeks ahead of the most anticipated fight in his comeback, Conor McGregor has unveiled some brand new training videos, and it is already causing a buzz within the mixed martial arts community. Speculation regarding whether the Notorious is finally back to his best or the videos are all hype never stops among fans. While the videos go viral on social media, speculations about the upcoming bout with Max Holloway are becoming increasingly polarized. Past champions, top-notch fighters, expert coaches and analysts are all taking sides, but not everyone is predicting the same fate. What is being said? And does McGregor have what it takes to make the most spectacular comeback of the UFC era?
Conor? I think Conor will win. Conor, because this fight will be
170.
170, yeah, 170. Conor has more strength, more power, and for Holloway, I think he will like slower down himself because his weight, he's big. He's not like a fix 145 that fast. So he gonna be slower, and I think Conor got more power and knocked out power. And this fight definitely gonna be, stance fight, right? Stretching. Yeah, both of them like strikers, so it's gonna be a good fight. But I think Conor will win. Yeah, more chance to the fight.
Man, I'm gonna say Holloway just because he's been active, very active. But I mean, I don't know. Anything can happen. Conor has that power. They're fighting at 170. Conor's probably been at 170 for a while. I think this is Max's first fight at 170. So, I mean, who knows? This is a toss-up for me. It might be a toss-up.
I'm gonna go Max Holloway. I think he'll actually probably finish him.
Yeah, I got to go with Max. I feel like any time someone has 4 or 5 years off, it's not great. And we just saw this recently with Ron Ralph.
He's the king, man. Look, maybe he's not the best fighter in the world. He's the king. He did more for mixed martial arts than any single fighter did for any combat sport in the world. He did more for that, and he's back, and he's the best Conor McGregor I've ever seen. Talking to him is like talking to a guy that I don't even know. He's unbelievably focused. He's unbelievably trained. He's fast. He's furious, and he's ready to cause some damage. I will be there, front row, at that UFC event and rooting him on. I think it's going to be, I can't bet on the fights, but if I could, I'd bet the house on Conor McGregor.
Difference. Max Holloway has been a consistent fighter from the day that he fought Conor McGregor, we'll say, continuously, all the way up until come July 11th or whatever it is of 2026. He has absolutely increased his ability as a fighter. I think when he fought Conor back then, he may have been like, 2 and 3, or maybe 1 and 2 in the UFC. I mean, he didn't have a great record. He had a string of wins after his loss to Conor, and it's because he improved as a fighter in so many ways. And he's gone against some of the very best fighters out there. He's beaten Jose Aldo twice. He's had all the fights with Volkanovski, which, one of them was, absolutely one that you could have said he won for sure. The other ones, yeah, he lost, but he was right there with him. He's fought the very best,
While Conor has been one of those commenting on the fight is Brendan Shaw, who believes that there is no way things can get any tougher for McGregor. In Shaw's opinion, McGregor winning the fight through a KO in spectacular fashion will immediately bring back all of the glory to him and once again plunge the UFC in an era of boom, providing for countless fights and breaking records. Nevertheless, Shaw sees the match as a decisive one for McGregor. If McGregor comes out looking like a pale imitation of himself and ends up getting a beatdown from Holloway, Shaw believes his days in MMA will be numbered.
All the madness if Conor pulls this win off against Max Holloway. Think of the direction the UFC is going to go. And I love Max. Top 5 favorite. Max is so beloved. I don't know anybody that doesn't like Max Holloway. If Conor pulls this off, gets a knockout, some crazy highlight knockout in the first, second round, pulls this off, just think of the numbies, think of the matchups, think of the excitement, think of the run the UFC is going to go on Paramount. Yeah. Sky's the limit. Stupid numbies.
I just want to see the arena, like what happens there. If he wins, people at home going crazy. And
we're going to watch it together, It's going to be, I'll tell you right now, it's going to be real sad if next Saturday we're all together watching it with me and you, and Conor looks like a shell of himself and gets the shit beat out of him. That's going to be real sad. Because it closes the chapter. It's over. It's over.
Moving away from the fight itself, Shaw explains that a win for McGregor would give the UFC a number of huge possibilities. He asks if the UFC would go after a title fight at welterweight between Islam Makhachev and Conor McGregor, considering the tough style matchup, or else offer McGregor a lightweight title fight with Justin Gaethje. While he admits that dropping back down to 155 pounds could be a tough one because of McGregor's current size, Shaw thinks that a chance to become champion will make it all worth it. Of course, there is the option of having a future matchup with Ian Machado Gary in case Gary beats Islam.
But if he wins, my God, dude, what do? If he wins, do you do the Islam title fight at 170? Horrible matchup for him, but do you do that fight? Do you offer him, which I'm sure they will, do you offer him the Justin Gaethje title fight at lightweight? Is Conor down to cut down to 55? He's looking massive right now. Looks like it'd be a miserable cut, but for a title shot, does UFC go, we'll give you a title shot, but it has to be at 55? Does he do that? What if in some crazy world that we live in, this MMA world, Ian Machado Gary beats Islam, and then they do it end of the year or early next year in Dublin, Ian Machado Gary versus Conor McGregor?
Yeah, I personally, if it was me, it would be Gaethje. Just right now is the perfect time. I think him and Gaethje.
Listen, he's gonna be, no matter what fight.
Questions on preparations against an opponent who has not participated in a fight in a very long time. Holloway stated that fighting McGregor entails many uncertainties. Contrary to expectations that McGregor has remained the same fighter that he was several years back, Holloway feels that it is prudent to believe that McGregor has evolved and added more aspects to his repertoire despite being incapacitated due to his injury. On critics who have disregarded McGregor due to the 5 years he spent out of competition, Holloway feels that everyone who is judging him does not understand what goes on in his life.
How do you even do something like this where he hasn't fought in 5 years? Do you just, kind of go off the guy we saw before and expect that things can't be dramatically different, or what are you even expecting?
I mean, you gotta kind of think that he grew as a fighter too. You kind of look at his old stuff, that what you can find, and you just kind of think, hey, some things is gonna stick around, and he might add some stuff. So he coming back from a big injury, and there's a bunch of stuff to include, but I think we did what we had to do. We're just days away now, a week away, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see. A lot of people keep counting Conor out, which is insane to me. You know what I mean? I mean, look, like, it was counting Conor out because of the 5 years, and they're like, oh yeah, but the 5 years he got the rest, in my mind. And people is like, no, but like, you see him partying, you see him doing all this, like, bro, people are not following around him 24.
Holloway also cautioned against passing judgment on McGregor based only on the social media videos, saying that people don't get to see all the hard work that goes into getting ready. He's not expecting to fight a weakened version of McGregor, but rather an active and possibly stronger one.
So you really don't know what he's doing. Just because they're putting out the bad stuff of him, we don't know about the good stuff, And I know this just because every time in camp when I'm playing video games for like 2 hours out of the day, everybody's like, you're gonna be training after all my training. So at the end of the day, I'm getting ready for a dangerous Conor McGregor. I think it's gonna be a healthy Conor McGregor. I think it's gonna be the best version we ever saw. And that's the things that excite me, that excite me. The best Conor McGregor I get to see come July 11th. And when I go out there and do the things that I know I can and will do to him, it's gonna.
Moreover, Holloway dismissed the notion that McGregor has lost the charisma, which was what made him one of the UFC's top draws. He congratulated his opponent on his unique ability to draw crowds due to his high levels of confidence and natural ability for promotion and marketing, which helped in organizing the greatest fights in the sport. However, he recognized that McGregor was also dangerous in the cage and expects the usual trash talking to occur before the fight takes place. Regardless, he claims that nothing matters in the end because it is only what will happen in the cage that really counts. However, there are those who are not convinced by the optimism being expressed in connection with McGregor's return.